Welcome back to the garage, everybody. Working on the old blue Willys again and picking up where we left off yesterday. We got this cage tube put in yesterday and cut and fitted and bent and all that stuff. And so today I welded it all in, at least as much as I could get. I'll have to get a couple little pieces when I pull the cage out, but that's all welded. And then I got to do some other interesting welding, which was this little guy right here, this is the draw tube for the Venturi pump that will go in the tank, actually the front part of the tank. That's what moves fuel from the front part to the rear part continuously using the return line as a pump. So I hope this shows up, but I got to weld this very thin tubing onto this fitting and trying not to mess up any of the threads and whatnot, but got that done. So that's all together now, and just trim that down. And then this is the bung here that gets welded in the top of the tank. And then this is the draw straw, and then this is the fitting to the fuel line, which is like I think the Earl's vapor guard is what I'm going to use. So that is that part. Messy. And then got this hooked up back again with some better hardware. Got all the locations, including this little guy back in there. You can see it, which is kind of a tab that grabs the intake, but kind of a pain to get to, and you have to put a stud in there. But other than that, that's all on there. So now I am trying to map out the mass airflow sensor and the air cleaner and all that. So the good news is I have some space, but the bad news is it's a flat fender and it's not a lot of space. So if you can see that, I only have about 11 inches from the fender to the throttle body that way, and then about the same this way. You can see that. So about 10 by 10 inches area where that stuff has to go. So I honestly, I was thinking I was just going to do a 90 out of the throttle body, and then just turn, and then have the mass airflow sensor, and then have the filter. But I honestly don't think I have room for that in there. So I think I'm just going to try and get a very short adapter from this throttle body to the mass airflow sensor, as short as I can get, and then the mass airflow sensor right to the filter, and then just stick the filter right in this area, and then have a support probably either on the fender or up off the frame that supports the filter. But that's about all I have room for. So that's something interesting. Just looking for parts and stuff and trying to fit stuff. Yeah, so that was that. And then we got the panel in the corner to cover up the brake booster. So that turned out really nice. It's under here. So made that from that cardboard template. It's just all one piece with flanges at the ends, and then these are just Clecos from the aviation industry that hold it in place for now. And then I will pull these out one at a time, and I basically just drill out this sheet metal to 3/16 or 1/4 inch, and then put a big plug weld in it in all these locations, but that turned out really nice. And honestly, you can't really even see much of it up in there. Standing from outside the vehicle, it really kind of disappears. So I really like how that turned out, and used just that cardboard template, and then I used the my Eastwood magnetic bender to do the flanges, or at least to get them close, and then just a lot of fitting, some interesting little steps and stuff, trying to go around the various thicknesses of metal in here. But overall, I'm pretty darn happy with that. Looks nice and clean. And then, so on the top, you can see where the plug welds will be with where the Clecos come through, but this piece of tape is the edge of the hood on this side. When you close the hood is here. So I can't trim out all the overlapping flange in that sheet, but I can trim out this area here on this side, and then down into, I can't get down there to mark it yet, but there'll be some down here also that can get out of the way, which should make getting the booster out significantly easier. So that is that for today. I think the only other thing is I got the rear brake caliper on this side, which is moved to this side of I flipped them side to side, so this side is this is the plug for the electric emergency brake, so it's out of the way of everything that has to go here, which is the rear shock mounts. So those are going to go from here to here, and then I tack welded in the this C-pillar down tube just because I was tired of it moving around on this side. So the other side's still tacked, or still just held in with magnets, because I have to do the filler tube for the gas tank. So then I got the taller jack out and got this thing lifted up, and I'm going to, tomorrow morning, I'll move the axle forward 1/2 inch. So that's just a compromise with where everything falls in this big wheel opening. But I think because there's some arch in the spring, the axle moves back a little bit on compression. And so to help with the gas tank clearance, I'm going to move it forward 1/2 inch. So that is that. You can see, I don't know if you can see that wheel opening is all flanged with, it's not just cut. So that was kind of fun back a while ago, but that is all done. Still got to make this piece. That's up on the list. But other than that, I think that is stuck the steering wheel in here just for mock-up with the pedals and everything. Trying to get still trying to figure out what to do with this throttle cable on this side, if I want to loop it or if I want to just shorten it. But that is about everything for today. Thank you so much for following along. If you have any questions, put them in the pointer stick. I get addicted to that thing. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. And then if you want to get notified for when these videos post in your feed, click the bell. And then, of course, subscribe if you want to follow along. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later. Bye.